Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I am ready with another update on TR to PR pathway and express entry update. So I would be discussing about real applications with you along with what exactly is the update on few cases I have discussed in the past. So they have started getting more updates from IRCC. At the same time, the first topic would be timeline because a lot of people are still confused. Like international students are getting, majority of the rollouts. However, for non-healthcare and healthcare still are not getting that. So I'll be talking a little more on that too. IRCC guidelines for applicants like PCC is valid for, for say 6 months time period. Biometric in case if they've gone through it, do they need to redo it? A lot of questions. And then the latest AORs and ECOPRs with updates. And then I would be talking, responses from IRCC with more updates through real applications. Uh, Messages from majority of you, which should be relevant to each and every one of you. So you don't have to go through the comments section. You can just go through the video. That's going to help you. And then I got hold of one case of express entry timeline. I would be talking towards the end that. So let's dive into it. So this is the timeline for TR to PR pathway. First and foremost, thank you so very much for your overwhelming response. I would really appreciate in case if you can share your timeline on this channel. This is going to reach out to larger audience, so that will be a great help. Now this is a timeline for TR to PR pathway. So the applicants who have applied from May 6 to May 7, in between 12 to whatever the time period we can say till May 7, irrespective of the time zone. Now, it could be Eastern time zone, Mountain time zone, Central time zone, or Pacific time zone. Basically, we are seeing the trend recently that IRCC is actually issuing AORs, ADRs, and PR confirmation portals to international graduates. If you see the number, it's of course is higher than other streams here. So that's one. At the same time, if you remember me talking about 7,300 more applications because of that technical glitch. So we are actually looking at more than what it is expected under this category. So we are looking at 40,000 plus 7,300, that is 47,300 applications under international graduates. However, if we go back to essential non-healthcare, that is 30,000 is a target, and healthcare still going on 20,000. So that is the reason that IRCC is trying to uh, you know issue as many rollout as they can in case of international graduates. That's one. The secondly, the international graduate stream actually reached to its cap within 24 hours. So they have a lot of applications out there. So that could be one of the second reason I would say here. Now, I would be updating you on more rollouts, not just in IG's category, but also in other, time to time. Now, after submitting your applications, the AOR receipt is usually in between 2 to 3 months. Now, it's not a thumb rule that you will get AOR immediately after submitting your application. Based upon the recent trend, there could be a possibility that you might simply skip this part and move on to ADR and then AOR. So you'll be getting an acknowledgement of receipt and then additional document requirement, right? Or could be a response from IRCC in terms of required documents. Now, what it could be in terms of requisition from IRCC in terms of documents. So based upon again recent trends, candidates have been getting incomplete information to be filled in IMM 5669. I'll be talking a little more about 5669 form towards the end, what exactly it is. A lot of people still have confusion. It's basically that additional form where you're supposed to put your educational details, your employment history, your addresses, your signature, your current mailing address. So they may verify this information from you. So they would be doing a background check, criminality check, and during that time also they probably would ask you to submit the document. Now there could be a scenario there where you have received the AOR, you have submitted the application, still you might not be able to get the PR confirmation portal. means you're not going to reach to this stage because IRCC is still conducting criminality check or background check. So during that period of time, they can also evaluate or re-evaluate your application. So that tends to take time. It usually happen in case if the visa officer is not getting clear information from your documentation, or the file you have submitted is not in sync with the supporting documents. So there could be a couple of reasons out there. Now, the required documents, it could be biometric, then PCC, medicals, if it's not been uploaded. Now, RCMP fingerprints, proof of pay stubs or T4 forms, and IELTS original in case if you have sent the screenshot of IELTS at the beginning of your case, or IRCC missing fees. Now, then it comes to PR confirmation portal. So usually it varies from case to case, but based upon so far cases, it is expected to be in between 2 to 4 months time period. Roughly, we say that if you have submitted the application in the month of May and around May 6th to May 7th, particularly, you should be able to receive PR confirmation portal within 2 months or 3 months, or it could be 4 months. Still, it has not reached to that level. Like we are still, uh, you know, hitting the beginning of September. So for those who have not received anything yet, they probably would be expecting it very soon in a couple of weeks. Do update through this channel. That's going to help a larger audience, as I said. Now then it will come to COPR. Now when you get the PR confirmation portal, a candidate needs to update his or her latest photograph along with the mailing address, because the PR card would be mailed to you by IRCC. This has not taken too much of time. So it usually take in between 1 week's time period to 4 weeks time period. In some of the cases, it may go up to 6 weeks time period. Again, visa officers probably would be doing more background check, so that could be one of the reason. Now, have we received any kind of rejection? So good news is that no rejection has been received so far. uh, IRCC is getting back to each and every applicant, so that's a good thing. All right, now I would like to discuss about the IRCC guidelines for applicants. A lot of people have confusion, and I'll be talking about queries what I have received so far in my next slide. But just to give you an overview, in case if you have gone through biometric, let me tell you, biometric is valid for 10 years. So there's no thumb rule that IRCC cannot ask you for biometric again, but yes, it's valid for 10 years. Police clearance certificate is valid for 6 months, provided you should be in Canada. Now, in case if you have submitted police clearance certificate in the month of, for say, July, and you will be expecting an AOR maybe 6 months down the line, then you don't need to resubmit it. A lot of people had confusion. What if I've submitted now and it's going to get expired? Say, so goes for IELTS. So the document has to be submitted with its validity at the time of application. In case if it expires during the process, you don't need to redo it, provided you should be in Canada for say in terms of PCC. However, if you're traveling to India and you have submitted IELTS, that's going to expire within a month time period, but you have submitted during the validity, you don't need to redo it. So IELTS is again valid for 2 years time. Medicals is valid for 12 months time period from the last examination. Again, you need to be in Canada if it's possible. Again, there's no thumb rule that visa officer cannot ask you to do re-medicals. Depends, because of COVID situation, there has been an exception out there. So they may or may not ask for it. Then RCMP fingerprints, again, the electronic fingerprints is valid for 1 year from the date of fingerprints have been taken. I hope this might have clarified a lot of your confusion here. All right. Now, this is a case I have discussed in my like a month ago, I would say. Congratulations, Ramandeep. Thank you so very much. First and foremost, you updated the ECOPR receipt also. So this is the stream again under international student. Uh, she has applied on May 6th at 12:13 p.m. She's received biometric request on June 18th and submitted on June 22nd. Now, if you see here, she has received the biometric request within, uh, you know, almost like a 1.5 month later, and that she got the AOR also on June 23rd, the very next day with police clearance certificate when she has submitted the biometric. And then she has uploaded the police clearance certificate from India. And now she has done it from BLS. You can also submit from local police, police station. It's advisable to go for BLS for those who are still under French category or applying under healthcare. But in case if you get it from Indian local police and there is no way you can apply through BLS because of time constraint, AOR still rolling out. So that's a good news. Then she has passed the medicals on June 30th, and then she got the receipt, update on her IRCC link portal that we are reviewing the additional documents you have provided. So the review was still going on, and she got the PR confirmation portal on August 24th. Now, interesting fact here is that she's updated the address and latest photograph on the portal. This has been amazing and tremendously quick. If you see August 24th, she got the PR confirmation. Within 2 days time period, she got the ECO PR. Again on August 26th. So this is pretty fast. Congratulations one more time, Ramadeep. I All right, so this is another case which I have discussed about Hirsch. He again under international student. I'm afraid that not many of healthcare students are getting AOR so far, like based upon the recent trends. We have been seeing that a lot of international students are getting AORs. However, in case if you are from essential non-healthcare and you have got any update, I would highly recommend to please share the details in the channel. That's going to help, and I would probably make sure that upload it for larger audience here. So he has applied on May 6th at 12:38 p.m. He's got the biometric again on July 28th and passed his medicals. This case I've already discussed in the past, so you can just go through in details. So thing is that international students May 6th and he got the uh, AOR PR confirmation portal. That's a new update on August 27th. So there were a couple of documents being asked. So he submitted all of them, linked up his file to IRCC secure account. And now this is again a question in a lot of people's mind. I will be talking in my next few slides about it. All right, congratulations, Harsh, again. Now, this is a Ravish case. Thanks again for sharing your case. I'm hiding this name, like Ravish is not the original name. In case if you want me to mask your name, I definitely can do that. Now, he's applied under Stream International Students and is applied on May 6th at 12:18 p.m. Eastern Time for those who still with. Now, he's linked up his application that's on July 5th. Now, if you see that after linking up his application on July 5th, within a day's time period, he received the PCC on July 6th. He's applied for police clearance certificate and he's got that. Now, the point is application is still under review, and what message he's receiving is that it's still under review since July 9th. So there have been cases like this, and that's the reason I'm sharing with you. People might be panicked that why am I not getting PR confirmation portal, or everybody's getting AOR. So it's not the scenario. Your cases are still under evaluations. The background check is going on, criminality check is going on. Whether the documents are in sync with the required checklist or not, it's still going on. So you just have to have little patience out there. But we have seen good rollouts last week's time period, and things would definitely be fast. And federal elections would definitely is not gonna bother. So we are expecting federal elections on September 20th, so which is going to be Monday, September 20th. So in case if any update comes, I would definitely share with you if it's kind of affecting the PR here. All right. So next case is of Ravit. Now, this case I would like to discuss with you. The reason being is that a lot of people have applied under an international student with outland spouse. So when you have an outland spouse, I'm taking specifically about India cases here. So this person has applied on May 6th at 12:25 Eastern Time. He's linked up the application for both the applicants on August 18th. Now, still he's waiting for the AOR. Now, time and again, I have mentioned because of COVID and traveling restrictions, we are not expecting good response in terms of outland spousal cases. There have been applications where they've received the AOR. However, the PR confirmation has not been there for those where principal applicant is physically present in Canada and their spouse is in India. So they are taking little more time because of traveling restrictions. Once the government eases the traveling restrictions or lift off the ban, they probably would be good number of rollouts. And as and when that happen, I'm going to update you right away. All right. Thank you so very much for sharing your case, Ravit. I really appreciate. Now, these are the messages from you and responses from IRCC. And the first message is from Byrne. I'm not giving the full name here. What if my child is suffering from disease and needs to undergo some treatment for a couple of months? Will that affect my TR to PR application? Should I inform IRCC now? Now, why I'm sharing all these messages to you guys, that you may be one of them where you might have that perplexed situation, right? So with this, at least that can be addressed in a right way. So that is the only agenda I have started adding these messages and responses from IRCC. Now, under this category, burn in case if you're watching this video, I would highly recommend you to please update IRCC on the current scenario. I know the disease what their child is going through, but you need to update this information. And in case if the treatment is taking more than 3 months time period or 6 months time period in India, and this case is at a stage where they are getting the PR confirmation portal, so they have to update the information to IRCC. So I would highly recommend you to please send the explanation letter to IRCC. In case if you just submitted the application, the total process itself is going to take at least 6 to 8 months time period. So please update to IRCC and wait for their response. You need to be transparent in whatever the things are going on. Okay. The next message is from Chiraj. Do I need to redo biometrics? As I mentioned in my previous slide, biometric is valid for 10 years, but again, there's no thumb rule that IRCC cannot ask for it. They can ask for it. Now, another message is from Simran. She submitted her medicals within last 5 years in healthcare stream. Will IRCC ask for new medicals? That's a question. Now, our medicals are valid for 12 months. So, in case if you already submitted the medicals as a part of your study permit or work permit, you need to send the proof, that you have already applied. And I hope you have done that. In case if you have added your previous proof of medicals with explanation letter, you don't need to redo it. However, if in case visa officer wants you to redo the medicals, they definitely can ask, but 99% you don't have to do it. Now, document requirement by IRCC, this is one of the response one of the applicant has received, and this is little unique. Under international student category, he has received a response from IRCC where visa officer has asked for proof of incomes, including pay stubs showing compulsory deductions. So in this case, all you have to do is that you have to submit the proof of your income for last 3 to 4 weeks time, last 3 to 4 months time period with reference letter. And in case if you have the T4 form from the previous organization, I remember the case where you have mentioned. Now, in this case, the person has recently joined the firm, like not even a month old. So he or she might have only 1 month's pay stub. So in this case, you have to submit the 1 month pay stub along with the reference letter. But by this time, I'm sure that it would be 3 or 4 months. So you have to submit the pay stubs of recent 3 to 4 months time period with reference letter along with the previous organization's pay stubs if you can do that. That's going to make your case more strong, and visa officer would be satisfied with your file. All right. Now, next message is from Nisha. She's received, no, she said, I've received PR confirmation portal on August 23rd and have uploaded photographs. How long will it take to get ECOPR? Now, Nisha, the thing is here, PR confirmation, like when you get the PR confirmation, you upload your photographs. It usually taken between 1 week's time period to 4 weeks time period. So it could be any time. Message from Raman. Again, I'm hiding the name. So in this case, Raman is mentioned in his passport as given name is Raman, and now he's confused. Does he need to provide his family name and given name in PR application to TR to PR under healthcare? Well, Raman, in that case, you have to put the same name what's mentioned in the passport. So because passport is a legal document, so you have to put exactly the same name what's written out there. Otherwise, there would be a conflict. A message from Nilesh. How would I get my AOR? Is it through email or mail? Will it go to my spam folder or regular inbox? A lot of people had that question, so I'm trying to address that. You will get an AOR to your email, to your regular inbox. You definitely should check your spam, but it should not go to your spam. And also, it would come through ircc.gc.ca, like at the rate ircc.gc.ca thing, and it will also come up with a do not reply to this mail. So that would be the heading of it. So you will automatically understand that this is not a ghost update or something like that. This is an email from IRCC. Now, message from Bernie is like, I got my application number. What does this mean? Now, application number is different from UCI number. If you have multiple applications with IRCC, they will have the same UCI or client ID, but it will have a different application number. So it is not exactly an AOR. Application number usually is like one letter and nine numbers thing, which I would say like a P as a Peter, then 124632192, 192, and it's different than that of AOR. It's basically when they start processing your application. When they start processing your application, it's more like assigning a application number to you. So I hope that makes it clear to you. Now, message from Bernie again. I have clarified that. Now, moving on to the next message from Alok. I got my police clearance certificate in July and apply under TR to PR. With this current speed, what if my PCC gets expired by end of January? Do I need to apply it again? So I have addressed it before, just to clarify it again. You don't need to redo it in case if the PCC was valid at the time of your application, provided you should be physically present in Canada. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, you have to provide the PCC for any place where you have lived for more than 6 months. So just keep that thing. Message from Oluchi. Can I upload my AOR on GCMS? I am unable to link up my application to IRCC secured account or GC account. Well, you cannot do that. GCMS is basically global case management system, and where your file will be uploaded automatically by IRCC, and it's a process where they secure your file in their database, and once it's loaded, that's how you will be able to link up your application to IRCC secured account. A lot of you are not able to link up your application through IRCC secured account. Reason being is that it's not uploaded on GCMS, and there is nothing you can do about it. You can just keep on trying, because GCMS is totally operated by IRCC, so they are the one who would be doing it. I have explained the whole process from the beginning till end, how you can link up your application, and I'm going to send the link in the description box below again. Now, another message is from John. I have applied under IG, like International Graduate Stream, on May 6th at 12:30 p.m. and trying to link up my file, but every time it shows me with a message, based upon the information you entered, we did not find anything. So again, John, the information like your data or your file has not been loaded on GCMS. So you just have to keep trying, and this could be the general message you probably would be getting. All right, so this was all. I hope it's been clear to all of you. In case if you have any confusion, you can always write back to me. Now, this is a case under Federal Skill Express Entry. So, congratulations, Amar. The case is a little different here because he has applied under Express Entry. Application date was November 20th, 2020. Now they've already submitted the medicals and biometrics. This is a dual case, like principal applicant with spouse and child. So they have submitted the medicals and biometric on January 14, 2020. They've received the confirmation on August 21st, 2021. Now applicants are in India. What next? I wanted to discuss with you all. In case if you are in India, there is no way you can contact IRCC via phone, because the phone line is 1888 2422100, and that's only for those who are physically present in Canada. So the only method here is to update IRCC that you are not in Canada. They they probably need to delay. I mean, this is not a good way, but you need to update IRCC and inform your place of residence at this point of time. because of traveling restrictions you cannot make to Canada, just inform them. By the way, congratulations. So this is actually the timeline. Under express entry the cases are still happening, and expired COPRs have been contacted by IRCC. I probably would get hold of few timelines in the future, so you will have fair amount of understanding. In case if you have an expired ECOPR, visa officer is getting back to each and every applicant, and they're trying to process as soon as possible. So this was all, and I'm going to talk about the IMM 5669 form. So this is the form I was talking about, 5669E, and majority of the applicants are getting an issue with this form only. So where visa officer is asking you to basically resubmit the information, so where you have to put your education, your personal history, uh, you know your basically the addresses. So just to make sure that the police clearance certificate what you have submitted, it should be in sync with the addresses what you have. Again, the education what you have certified or stated in the application, it should be in sync with it, and your personal history has to be at par with this form. So that is the only agenda to clarify. I hope this video has been a great help to you. In case if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and keep sharing your timelines. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.